Hello everybody, it is Christine. It's time for a scrapbook process video, and I'm going to try to do 3 in 1 today. Now this is not the highest number I've ever seen. I think I've seen some people do 5, maybe 6 hops in one thing, but I'm going to try to do 3 hops. So what I have, first off, I want to mention it's Kathy's 500 subscriber celebration hop. So that's going to be my priority here, in the sense of, like, that's the one I'm promoting first, because I love it when people hit a milestone, and Kathy's adorable. She's Kathy Loves to Scrap. We'll have the link and stuff below. It's also Iron Crafter with Tara over at the Paper Snob, and our ingredient this month is trim. So I have pulled out this pom-pom trim, and I'll show you why in just a second, because it's tied back to Kathy. And then it's also my Counterfeit Kit Challenge today, and we are to use, it was like hearts, stars, or gears, and we have to use it 3 different ways. And I decided to go with gears because why not? I have these gears here. I have a gear stamp, and I have this gear paper. Now this was technically not in my Counterfeit Kit, so I'm cheating just a tad to bring it in, but I think this should be kind of interesting to use. So for Kathy's hop, we're supposed to scrap lift her, so I picked this layout. And my cat's jumped on a keyboard over there, so I'm about to go fix it. But basically, it's got one photo. She's kind of got, a big block here. I picked the pom-pom because it reminds me kind of this little notebook piece over here. She's got a little visual triangle here, and I'm thinking I may, with the stamp gears, kind of build clusters, with those. And then there's these little banners and stuff. There's this title. And I think what I'm going to do for the title, I have this Friends, which is really cute. The picture is actually me, my daughter, my sister, and my bonus mom. This is, y'all, my daughter's so tall. She is so tall. This was at the State Fair a few years back. So I love this picture. I think this is so adorable. And so I just thought, I think I want to put friends and family or something, because I have these letters here, and I think it could be cute to spell out family. So I need to figure out what papers I'm going to kind of go with. I feel like the gears almost has to be the big one behind the photo. That being said, it's a very, very bold. So maybe it's the back one, because I kind of love these little these little guys here. So maybe I'll, I don't know. This is going to have to be looked at. Ooh, this is neat. I'm scared of this only because there's a lot of pattern then next to each other. And I feel like something like that maybe. I don't know. I need to get in here and look. This is cute. That could be cute. Let me see. Although the yellow looks really good with the skin, that. I think I like that actually. I may go with that. I still need to have like a strip and things like that. And I may actually back this because this is a little flimsy paper here. So I think I'm going to go get a piece of black cardstock and mount it. And then I might use that to mount my photo as well as a little white cardstock. So that's kind of where I'm starting. Let me do a little cutting, and I'll be back on in just a second once I get myself kind of organized, okay?
I always laugh when I hear myself say words like organized, because I'm not sure I'm ever terribly, well, I'm organized, but not always. I don't know. Anyway, I have cut down that gear paper by a 1/2 inch and mounted it on a piece of black cardstock just to give it a little bit of sturdiness, because this is a really old piece of paper. It was called Boxer or something. I think I got it from a gift bag at an expo years ago. So it's coming in handy today. So I trimmed down my yellow piece here. I don't recall the measurement. I think I did 11 inches by, let's say, 10, something like that. And then I've got the little puffy thing, the little pom-pom, but I don't want to lay that down yet because I noticed on the sketch sheet, or not sketch, the layout, she had like the other little vertical piece. And I decided this little diagonal stripe was just too cute. It'll bring in some of the colors and stuff I need to bring in. So I'm going to use that as that stripe. So I've got my photo. Now I actually struggled just a tad because I've got this photo. It's a 3x4. I enjoy printing it 3x4. I used to always use 4x6, but in recent years since getting that selfie, where I printed at home, just to maximize my photo paper stuff, I typically will do the 3x4. And now anything bigger than that feels a little strange. But I go, okay, I need to mount this. It's got to get a little bit bigger because according to the original layout, she had a good size photo, and the design kind of calls for it. So I put this on white cardstock, and then I'm going to mount it on that little Cubert paper. I think that's the cutest little paper, because I need to bring in, well, first off, it's in my kit, and then I need to kind of bring in some colors because I'm going to stamp the gears in that hot pink or that pink color. So Okay, so I got to bring in the yellow and the pink and all that kind of stuff. So I thought this was a good paper. So I'm going to mount the photo on it, and then I go, okay, now I want my black cardstock. So I'm going to find my black cardstock in just a second because I do still want to bring in the black. So I've got it triple matted, and I'm going to leave it that way for just a little bit, but you'll see it after a little bit. I'm going to actually add some more, so because it wasn't working for the design at this size, and you'll see in just a second. So I've got that. I think I need to glue down. I'm trying to remember now. I think I glued the yellow down, yellow piece of paper here. Y'all, I did this like a day or two ago, so now I don't remember what order I did things in as usual. I'm going to figure this piece out. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to use some red tape in just a second to do the pom-pom. The only thing what I tend to mess up on, if I'm honest with the pom-poms, it's a very stretchy fabric, or fiber, I guess I should say. And I tend to like pull it as I'm laying it down, and so it stretches it out. And then after I let it go, and it sits for a little bit, it'll kind of pull back away from the red tape, just because it's being unstretched, if that makes any sense. So I tend to do that. I got to pay a little more attention when I'm laying these down, because I will end up with it just a tad shorter than that piece of paper there, which was not my intention. So, oh well, it looks cute anyway. I'm not worried about it, but it's not exactly where I started. So just when you're laying your pom-pom down, make sure you don't stretch it out too much, or you'll end up with it too short. Yeah, that's me messing with this. I do like red tape to hold the pom-pom stuff down, though. Any kind of fiber, really. The red tape's a really good option. If you try to use a liquid glue, it tends to kind of, bleed through the fibers. Other tape is kind of, I don't know. ATG I don't find to be very, I don't know why. It doesn't hold as well, I think. I have to say, so I'm going to use a piece of the little gear that's a wood grain from my some assemblage required Advent box, and I used a piece from that same box on a different layout early part of the month. It was the one with my Wi-Fi. You don't have Wi-Fi or something. And I had a couple of subbies comment, hey, don't forget to take the masking off the front of it. And I was like, what are they talking about? I've never done that, right? And so I get up here before I do this voiceover, and I haven't 100% finished this layout. And I'm thinking to myself, I need to check that. And so I went to that layout, and sure enough, there's this little masking on it. And I thought to myself, I'll bet there's a mask on this. And you guys, well, I'm not going to get ahead. I'm getting too far ahead. Give me just a minute, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm telling you that story. I'm going to make these 3 little fishtail banners, and I wasn't sure at first which paper, but I thought, you know what, the back side that had those kind of wide paint stripe looking things. So I'm going to use the other end just because that's the solid ends as opposed to the brushstroke ends. I'm kind of sad because I kind of like this paper as a brushstroke paper, but oh well, it is what it is. So I'm going to cut these off. I'll have to comb them down just a little bit because they're way too long to fit underneath my paper here. But that's going to end up being my little fishtail banners like hers that she had. So I just snip these off and tuck them in there. Now I'm trying to make sure I glue them down. Yeah, I glue them down. I'll use my ATG in just a minute to glue those down. And what do I do next, you guys? I do not remember. I'm looking at this, and I don't recall what I do next. I think I pull out the title. So I've got the little friends. I'm going to pull out family from the mixed colors letters, the little rainbow colors. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp these gears here with this Distress Oxide. This, I think it's Worn Lipstick is what I decided to use. And I'm going to stamp, I think, 5 of them. The first one's a little bit light, but it's okay. I think I use it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I do 5. And I'm going to fussy cut these out. This is going to be, because I had to use for my Counterfeit Kit Challenge. If you remember, this is a 3-fer, right? So the first thing is my celebration of Miss Kathy for her 500 milestone, her 500 subby milestone. And so that's the scrap lift I'm doing. And then my second thing was this Counterfeit Kit Challenge, which was to use a heart, a star, or a gear. I think, you had to pick one and then use it in 3 different ways. And so I've got this stamp here, so I'm going to kind of fussy cut this out. Of course, then the paper has gears on it. And then, of course, the fiber, the pom-pom was for the Iron Crafter. But it's going to take me just a second to cut these out, so I'm going to skip over where you don't have to watch me. So they're cut out. This is where I've decided, okay, I need a bigger piece behind the photo because it was getting lost in kind of the sea of yellow. So I will add this 5x7 size green paper. I like it a lot. It's not technically a gear. It's like 2 hexagons kind of put together. But it's a geometric shape, and it kind of goes with the Kubert paper, too. I just felt like it was a nice compliment. And it's also got enough contrast against the yellow and the black in between and stuff. I kind of struggle. There's a couple pieces of paper I was looking at, and this one's the one I thought was best. So here's my friends. I'm going to do the title here. I'm going to figure out where this is going to all lay. That's a little too low right there. So I'm going to have to pull that out or lift it up and move it up. And I kind of fast with the title just a little bit because I was trying to make sure family was readable on the papers. So I'll have to shift it around a little bit. But I also needed to kind of allow for there's 4 little wordy bits under the title on her layout. And so I'm going to get into my stickers that I had pulled out for this kit and find 4 little wordy bits that I'm going to put on here. One says, "Oh, happy day." One says, "Love my colorful life." One says, "This happened." And the bottom one says, "Collect happiness." But I don't do that for just a minute. So why I just told you, I don't know. This is me still fassing around with that title. It's too low. And that's me messing with trying to figure out. Again, I want the family to be legible. That's kind of my issue. If I go onto the black and white, I feel like it gets kind of lost. Plus, it has to lay. It's got like little layers and stuff. So I am fassing around, you guys. This was a photo, though. I think I told you guys this was at the state fair. We actually did not go with my stepmom and my stepsister. We had actually gone separately. But it's the fair runs 3 weeks. We typically go a weekend. So now you're talking, odds are we're going to run into somebody. I say that. There's hundreds of thousands of people that go to that fair. But it was a beautiful day. You can see we're all wearing shorts and stuff like that. This is October, I believe. Usually we go the very end of September, the first part of October. It's one of those, usually somewhere in that neighborhood. And we're all wearing summertime clothes, basically. And I think we ran into them in the car building. There's 2 car buildings. And I think we just ran into them. It's the car buildings are kind of where there's, some bathrooms. And I don't know if the food court is in a different building. But anyways, it was 2021. And we just happened to run into him. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys, we didn't know you were here, blah, blah, blah." Okay, so here's the story I want to tell you. So I'm doing this gear over here. I wanted to make it pink. I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it hot pink because it kind of go with the stamped gears. And so I'm inking this up. And after this little episode here, you'll see me cut away in just a second because that's kind of all I had time to do today was the particular day I was doing this layout. So I'm going to set it aside. I kind of figure out where it's going to go and this and that. And then that evening, I'm looking at the comments on that other video, and they're talking about this masking thing. And I was like, huh. So I had come up here, and I got on the other layout, and I realized, yes, there is a masking thing. And then I thought, wait a minute, I bet this thing I inked is probably a mask. And sure enough, y'all, I'm going to cut away in a minute. I'm going to leave it laying there so you can see. I pulled the mask off. I had put pink ink all over the masking, so I have to re-ink it. But actually, it ends up better because it takes the ink a little better. The wood took the ink better than the mask did. So I just couldn't believe. I didn't even know that was on there. I feel like such a good goof. I should have known. Well, how you know? I don't know otherwise unless somebody tells you. But anyway, so you've seen me ink that, and you'll see me. You'll see the stuff on the side in just a minute. Okay, again, I'm still fastening around here, but here's where I realized. Okay, I got these 4 little wordy bits I got to put down. But I've got 4. I got basically the title's friends plus family. Or in my head is like friends and family. I didn't have an ampersand, so I'm going to use the plus sign. And the reason I say that, of course, is, if you got the right kind of family in a way, it's like your friends too. So that's kind of what I was thinking here was friends and family. And let's see. So here's where you can see on the right-hand side, you can see that mask. I've pulled it off and re-inked the little piece of wood grain gears there. I did decide she had like a label on the right bottom of the photo to like journal on. So I got it back into my papers over there, and I found this little like clipped paper looking thing. And I fussy cut it out here. Now in a second, I'm also going to get some of that pink ink again. I'm going to kind of shade the edges because it just looks a little unfinished. Here's where I'm going to pull out a couple little pieces of chipboard. I wouldn't say she had this on her layout though. I'll pull out Love These People, and I'll pull out My Family, and I like that. Again, I don't think she kind of technically had that, but I think it's a nice little add. My gears looked a little empty, if that makes any sense. Here's where I'm going to add that pink ink around the edges. I just do it real softly. I start off the paper and then kind of go onto the paper. So just a tip, if you're wanting a soft effect, don't put your brush directly on your paper and then go, because it'll just be too dark where you set your brush initially. So I always start off the paper and then kind of come on. And that just offers a little dimension for my little paper there. I've also pulled out those wood grain hearts. I'm going to sprinkle those around. Again, I thought my gears were cute, but kind of not enough. So I'm going to get this stuff down, and I'm going to start sprinkling tons of these little hearts. I ordered these not too long ago. I think I made a video, I don't know, maybe a month ago now. And I was like, I can't believe I used all my wood hearts. And so I had to order another batch of them. It's like 100 or something like that. Different sizes. I really love it because there's like 4 sizes, I think, in there. And it comes in really handy when you're trying to add a little something at the end of a layout here. So I'm going to add like, I don't know, 7 in the bottom. I get like 5 in the top and, 3 or 4 on the left-hand side. I do make one of the hearts the dot of the eye on Friends. I don't know that it ever had a dot, but if it didn't, it does now. So I'm going to put my little wood hearts. I'm going to use my Nuvo glue to glue that down. I dropped that one heart right there, you guys. Did you see that? I think I use it anyway, though. I'll glue it later. And that is it, you guys. That's the layout. So that's my 3 for today. So again, don't forget to check down below. It's going to be kind of a long description, but definitely make sure you check out there should be like 3 playlists. Yeah, 3 playlists. No, the CKC doesn't need a playlist. There's 2 playlists, but there'll be a blog link to the Counterfeit Kit Challenge. God, I don't have no words today, y'all. Anyway, y'all have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. This is a little longer video because it was a 3 for, right? So you didn't have to watch 3 videos. You only had to watch a longer video. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.